Great! Enough! Enough of that mess! Now that we're done with the awkwardness of awkwarding, let's read some Parfait Girls. Woo! We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle, repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. Yeah, enough of your judging, Batman. You know those high school You know those... you know those high school mangas are fun to read. After some time, Monica gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep! Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know? I told you! Yeah. I returned to my seat and slipped the book into my bag. Who should I show my poem to I forgot we even had a poem. My god, we were spending so much time with Natsuki. To go back to Natsuki right now. Who cares? Let's see! You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course! I mean, a lot of things just happened to me emotionally, but now I'm super happy. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. It seemed like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in your place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because you happen to be a good writer. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. Natsuki. What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best. Right? Duds. It took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. Batman, I figured this out on day 1 of meeting her. What took you so long? I mean, didn't she, say a whole bunch of stuff that pretty much showed that she had insecurities? Like how her friends don't like her manga? You know, there were a lot of hints, Batman. And if I didn't have short-term memory loss, I could think of the things that she said. If she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Yeah. Right? Batman? Please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just please tell me I'm the best. Natsuki, you're letting your inner thoughts slip out a little bit. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know I sound stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this. Nobody says this out loud, but okay. Natsuki, I've only known you for 3 days, but okay. Because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people just laugh and say, "That's so cute, just like you, Natsuki"? Are the other 3 girls, not hearing this outburst? But whatever, okay. Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want... Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips start to quiver. Oh no, she's going back into crying. Oh no! I look down. Her fists are clenched really tightly. Batman, you better say her poems are the best. Hey Natsuki, your poems are the best. If you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. That's not what you should say. Okay, whatever. I gently grab the poem with my own hand until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles that she put into it. Don't read it! Before I can pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem up from the snatches the poem up from the desk. It's not any good. I know you hate my poems, so you don't have to read this one, okay? Actually, I enjoy yours the most. Now, I'm being honest. They're the funnest to read. And the easiest to understand. Besides Sayori. Sayoris are hilarious. I like that. But I mean, the first one was hilarious. The second one was kind of creepy, but whatever. Monica's... I only think I read one of those, and Yuri, same thing. I think I only read one of hers. But yours, I like yours. They're fun to read. I didn't want to say they were cute. So I had to think of something else to say. But I want to read it. Why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. In fact, I copied yours. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it. Yeah, that was true. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always means well, but sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of that problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Ah, Natsuki, you're doing it again. Oh, no. Don't start crying. Don't. No. Once again, Natsuki clutches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. Never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally, she forces herself to extend her arms and set her poem on the table. You can read it. Just turn that way. Oh God, that was the greatest voice crack that has ever been cracked on this channel. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. I'll be your beach. Okay. Oh, whoa, wait. That sounded so wrong when I said it. Why? Okay, great. It's long. I'll read it, seriously. I'll be your beach. I'll read your beach. Well, your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. Okay. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. Oh no, it's kind of romantic. When you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. That was great, Natsuki. Corny as frick! Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome! Kinda hard to write about anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, and then came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. What? You wrote about the same thing? She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. You can really see her doing that, too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I did it anyway. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. I have no idea what you're talking about, Yuri. You're not even Yuri. You're Natsuki. I have no idea what you're talking about, Natsuki. Maybe if we talk to Yuri, it'll make more sense. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. Oh no! I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave for B for now. Oh, F you, Yuri! Fine, Sayori. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good! That's all that matters to me. Man, everyone's getting really depressed just because Batman can only like one person. What the heck? Thank you, Batman. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright, that's a lie, but I'm gonna say alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. That's not a good idea. No, don't do that. Please stay. Please don't go home early. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. I don't like that. I don't. No. Don't you cheerfully walk out of the classroom humming to yourself. Don't you do that. Get your butt back in here, Sayori. Man, I'm feeling really bad for choosing Natsuki. But I liked Natsuki for her cupcakes. I just wanted to have cupcakes. What the heck? Okay, whatever, Monica. Hi, Batman. At least you're still sane. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy it'll also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Dots. It's pretty good. You've been spending some time with Natsuki, haven't you? Well, yeah, apparently you three disappear whenever I'm with her. For some reason. I don't know where you three go. But whenever I'm with her, making boxes fall and shiz. And reading. No one else spends time with her. You losers. You must like her writing style. Yeah. Sure. I think it's a neat way I think it's a neat way to tell a story. I don't disagree. Natsuki's poems may be cute, but they're also meaningful. I can see why you'd be into that style. I guess that means you're not as much as a fan of Yuri's poems, then? Listen, girl, just 'cause I'm writing one kind of story doesn't mean I can't appreciate other types of poems, you know? I like Yuri's poems. I mean, I can't even know if I like Yuri's poems because I only read one of them. And it didn't make much sense. But you know what? If I had seen more of her stuff, I'm sure I would have liked it. I was okay with the first one. In fact, everyone's first poem I was okay with. I think my favorite first poem was Sayori's, and she wrote it that morning. She didn't spend much time on it. I didn't have much of a choice in this, you know. Yuri didn't let me read any of her other poems. Whatever. I wouldn't say that. I kind of like everyone's poems. Exactly. That's true, but I'm sure you like some more than others, right? Like Yuri's use of complex words and symbolism, or Sayori's way of expressing happiness or sadness in a more direct way. You must have some kind of preference, don't you? No, not really. I don't really have a preference of when it comes to poetry. It's all kind of the same kind of thing to me. I mean, poetry is very unique. It's different from a novel. Like, I like fantasy novels and comedies and maybe action-adventure, but not really romance or horror. But when it comes to poems, you don't really have genres, you know? You have styles, and really, I don't mind any style. All styles are cool to me. Don't know how Batman feels about that, but that's how I feel. Not that it's a contest or anything. I was just curious, that's all. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Finally, I get to read your poem. Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. Oh, nice handwriting. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. The beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and fall, and and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, of all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath she and with a breath she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Now what the F does this mean? Oh man, talk about confusing poetry. Let's see. So there's a person who knows everything. There's a person who knows everything, and you're just a nothing, and you're just a feather, so you don't know anything about meaning and purpose, and so you search for meaning and purpose, and you find you search for an answer to meaning and purpose from a person, but the person doesn't exist. It tells you that there's nothing. That's really depressing. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. I don't know. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Yeah, I guess. Pretty much. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of in my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it, except when I'm in the shower. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Don't talk about paradoxes. That just reminds me of Final Fantasy 13-2, and that game sucked. That game sucked all the life from me. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? I gotta think about that. I don't know. If I had all the answers, I'd be pretty happy. But I'd be kind of sad because there'd be no more what if. There'd be no more theories, no more exploration. But I'm not gonna go exploring. I'd be sad because I like the thought of exploring. But I'm not the one doing the exploring. I'm sitting here playing video games. And in video games, you don't have answers to everything. Because video games are about fake worlds. So the world itself would be boringer, but I'd still have games, so it'd still be alright. I mean, right now we don't really know what the world's meaning is. And if we knew its meaning, then it would have a meaning. Probably be boring, whatever its meaning is. I don't know, Monica, you're making me think too much. I don't like thinking. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Yeah, that's what happens when you write, when you're in high school and you're writing poetry. People like to write depressing stuff. I should know. I used to write depressing poetry all the time. Of course, it was more like middle school rather than high school when I did it, but whatever. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Well, if everything was okay, we would just make problems. That's what people do when they're bored. When they're okay. They create problems for themselves. And that's why we've got memes. I don't know about that, Monica. You could probably write something happy. I mean, if you're happy, you can write a happy poem and make other people happy. At least feel happy. For a little bit. There's a squirrel on a fence. See, you could write about the squirrel on a fence. Oh, it's going away. There's 2 squirrels. You could write about the squirrels on the fence. That could be a happy poem, man. You don't have to write about sad things. You don't have to write about angry things. So you still have stuff to write about. And I mean, even if you are happy, you can still write a sad poem. You don't really have to be in a sad mood in order to write a sad poem. At least, I don't have to be happy when I'm writing a sad poem. I mean, I don't have to be sad when I write a sad poem, that's what I meant. I do have to be happy to write a happy poem, though. So none of you are happy! Oh no! Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I don't know, you look kind of 2D to me. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Yeah. Yeah, all the time. Definitely. I'm more scared about the fact that my writing's very controversial. Because I like to write really weird stuff. But, yeah, I also worry that it's not that great. That's why I don't publish anything. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. Yeah, and it's even more disheartening to get a less than lukewarm response to something you put so much into. Sometimes it can make you go into a deep depression. But if you find out other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. I don't know about that. I mean, you just gotta find the right people. Like, my friend doesn't write, but she loves to read my stuff. She thinks it's great. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. I don't have any friends who write. Well, I mean, I guess I do have that guy who does write sometimes. I mean, he writes more for fun rather than professionally. He's not bad, though. But I'd never show him any of my works. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? We don't got time for that, Monica. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you 3. We're all done sharing poems, right? No, we're not. I didn't get to read 2 poems. Again. Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second! Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Yes, I don't know what you 2 are talking about. I guess I forgot about it. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Oh yeah, like Sayori dying or something, right? Because I'm really worried about her right now. She just went home early. I don't like that. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost as like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went out to pee. What? Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on! She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you 2 being all lovey-dovey. No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, She's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Who? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out... Okay, I'm just gonna ignore you, Batman. Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's just decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing! That's right. Haha, I'm still Meowth. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri... Yuri, you can... Question mark? Guys. Can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, Yuri, no! No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know, in terms of writing. That's... now, Natsuki's pouting too. You shouldn't have said that she was the most... You're both very talented. Oh god. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know, so you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Okay. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Atmosphere. 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 Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Batman. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would really be appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? I wonder if they're going to respond to a suggestion like that. I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Batman may not like to be around if you only make him out to be such a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Batman to... Well, what are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Batman to decide how he'd like to contribute. Oh, I need sugar. I need lots of sugar. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Batman, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. I'm not okay with this at all. I gotta scratch my head. Of course. Humph. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Oh, everyone looks straight at me. But of course I'm going to go with...